Why you always gotta pick the emotional ones?
I didn't do it on purpose. Today, we are recording to Iam Tongi, who I've heard makes the judges like cry and emotional. I've heard good things about this. I'm excited to see it. Let's dive right in.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very well. So tell us who you are, where you're from.
My name is Iam Tongi, and I'm from Kahuku, Hawaii. We all live in Seattle.
So
And your dad?
My dad passed away like a couple of months ago.
Sorry, buddy.
So
That's all right.
who got you into music?
My dad, he taught me. when I was
He's the
very
reason
young.
for all this, huh?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for us?
It's hard to see Iam's reactions right there, his emotions, and not feel it yourself and feel for him. You can see the judges feel a little hesitant because they accidentally brought up something so touchy, where he said he passed away and he's choking back tears already a couple months ago. It's like, oh, that's still very fresh.
Yeah.
The song we sing is a song. It's called Monsters by James Blunt.
Monsters, okay?
Yeah, it's a song dedicating to my dad.
All right. You wanna take a moment? You all right?
I just want to give him a hug.
Oh, before they turn off all the lights, I won't read you your wrongs or your rights. Time is gone. Oh, I'll tell you goodnight, close the door.
All right. He's got a grittiness to his voice right now that I'm not sure if he normally has. I actually think the emotion that's in his voice right now is making the vocal tone feel very real in a way that it wouldn't have felt if he were just trying to hit the right notes cleanly, where he's obviously practiced many times, and I would bet you in a less emotional state he could hit those notes very clean because he's doing it very well under emotional stress. I feel like that emotional stress is giving it what it needs to really be impactful. And you can see Katy Perry here is just like, okay, I'm getting hit pretty hard by the feelings right now.
Right.
I'll tell you I love you once more. The time is gone, so here it is. I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. While you're sleeping, I try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid, it's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Ooh. All right. People are gonna think we try to make a habit out of crying on camera. It's not our favorite thing, but we're not afraid of it.
This hits a little bit differently as a father.
Yeah.
I think I would have been emotional watching this video anytime.
Yeah.
But this hits differently as a father because, you know, our fathers are still alive, you know, but
Yeah.
but you have this sense, this feeling, and I tell my kids, you know, I say, hey, look, like, we're not gonna pretend I'm always gonna be here,
Yeah.
you know. I'm helping. I want to teach you so you can be strong. Because we all have to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And you know, I have, of course, everybody has had people they love and they care about, and they've had to say goodbye to them in all kinds of ways. Maybe it was unexpected, maybe it wasn't. And I think that it's very easy to relate to the song. And of course, it's not his song, right? It's not his song, but the way that he brings it, the way that he performs it, the way that he gives his heart and his voice and his soul to it, it just elevates it to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that last line. I mean, kudos to James Blunt or to his songwriter. I don't know much about this song other than it's a James Blunt song. That line, that now I'm going to chase the monsters away, is so beautiful, because as a father you have to raise up your son so that they can chase the monsters away for their own kids, right? And one thing that Jordan Peterson talks about, not often but occasionally he's talked about, is trying to be the strongest person at your father's funeral. And if you can pull that off, if you can be the strongest person at your father's funeral, not because you're not hit by the emotions,
Not because you're masking something.
not because you're hiding it, but because you are strong enough to help up those who weren't strong enough to withstand the blow caused from the grief, you can do a lot of good in the world. And you have created a lot of character. And I think this person, this young man here, is creating a lot of character by, despite being hit by the grief, taking that grief and sharing that feeling with people through song. It would be terrifying and painful, but it's beautiful and it's brave at the same time.
And you've got Lionel Richie over here. You've got the judges who clearly are feeling this along with him. It's not new. This is human. This is raw humanity right here.
Son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. While you're sleeping, I try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away. Oh, sorry.
That's all right, man. That's all right, man.
I am shocked he made it to the last note without crying.
Why you always gotta pick the emotional ones?
I didn't do it on purpose. That was a haunting image depiction. It's okay. Close your eyes. You don't have to be afraid. It's a dad, you can go. And if any of my family watches this, they're going to start crying. But when my grandma passed, she died of cancer. When she passed, her heart would stop beating, and everyone would huddle around her like that was the final moment, to start crying. And then her heart would start back up again. And it happened a couple times, and after a couple times, they came around and said, "This is her kids." I was so broken up as a child, I couldn't even be in the room. So I've heard this secondhand. And they went and they said, "It's okay. You can pass. We'll be all right without you. Thank you. It's okay." And that was when she finally passed. It's meaningful not just to the people who are left, when the people that they're leaving behind comfort them. It's meaningful to them in their final moments as well. And whether you believe in an afterlife or not, there's something very valuable in helping people pass on peacefully.
Yeah. So recently, my son's been having just a challenging time. Like, he's been kind of having a hard time keeping up a good mood and stuff like that. And he had his birthday just a couple days ago, and I took him out for a walk, and he just lit up. It was just, once we crossed the threshold of the house and it was just me and him, he was just a totally different kid. He was just super happy, and we had such a great, meaningful time together. And when we got home, I made some cheeseburgers and stuff, and we just had regular loaf bread, and I put it a certain way. I was just having mine open-faced. And I asked the kids how they want it. Do you want it with the bread on top, or do you want it like I'm having it? And my son said, he's like, "I want to have it just like you, Dad. I want to be just like my dad." The relationships that we have they go both ways, you know, and like everything in life is like a cycle, you know. You're a kid, and then you're a dad, and then you kind of like start to be like a kid again as your son starts to be like a dad for you. And it just goes and goes and goes, and you pass yourself down, and eventually you have to say goodbye. And like you pointed out, it's not just hard for the people saying goodbye to the person leaving, but it's hard for that person to leave.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to say, okay, you guys got this. And I truly appreciate when people are willing to present something like this. Despite the pain or the fear that they have, they're willing to go out and do something like this and to say something like this and to remind us all of what life really is all about. And so, thank you. Thank you for making this music, for putting yourself out there despite the fear that you probably had, the discomfort being in front of the judges, and all of that. Thank you.
And if you enjoy watching grown bearded men cry in front of a camera, make sure to go check out our reaction to BTS's Blood, Sweat, and Tears, because that one was not quite this emotional for us, but really close.